Hello, I am Jay Johnson, driver training field staff from Region 5, Central Ohio. My colleagues and I have been asked to produce this training video to assist training managers with training instructors on the use of running commentary instruction. Running commentary is a style of instruction currently considered a best practice when introducing a student to a new driving environment. Today we will be doing a role play with another field staff person as the student and myself as the instructor to demonstrate the technique as it should be used. Good coaching skills by the instructor are still important and will come into play when the student makes errors. Remember, running commentary is not used during every minute of a lesson or in every behind the wheel lesson. However, when introducing a student to a new environment, start off using the commentary method of teaching. Okay, when we get down to the traffic light here, we're going to be turning right. This will be a little bit new environment for you. We'll have multiple lanes, traffic lights, parked cars. So I'll be pointing out those things that present a risk to you or that you need to draw your attention to because they're important information to the driving environment. And we'll make our turn and immediately pick up a sign that says through traffic stay left. Now we're fine because there is a right lane. It becomes a right only, but for right now you're fine here. And we see several traffic lights ahead, all of which are currently green. That makes them a stale green light because the first time we looked at them, they were green. As you progress through this traffic light, you need to pick up your signs for the next traffic light, tell you which lane that you need to be in if you want to go straight through. Are we okay to stay in this lane?
Yes. This is a through lane, so we can go stay in this lane.
And the following traffic light is green. We have a car approaching on our left. You should be looking basically from sidewalk to sidewalk as you come through here. This light's fine. You'll be fine. Just continue through. Excellent. And up ahead we see a parked car and a pedestrian, so we're going to be needing to move to the left lane. You'll follow your lane change procedures. Good job at checking over your shoulder. Okay, now we're behind a rather large vehicle, so we're not able to see the traffic light. As traffic progresses, we need to open up a gap in traffic so we can see further down the road. So you're going to make your following distance greater than what you normally would. Checking traffic on your left. How's it look?
Looks good.
Okay. If you'd like to change lanes, we can go ahead and do so. Okay, ahead we have traffic lights with signage above, no left turns. And to our right, we have pedestrians and we have a large tractor trailer. So there's some activity we can't see blocked by the garbage truck. After we go through this traffic light, I'm going to start asking you a few questions about the driving environment. Okay, what do you see through here that draws your attention?
A lot of businesses. There's a school sign. There's a sign up ahead that will flash. There's emergency vehicles on the left side of the street, parked at the curb. No lights, warning lights, or sirens or anything evident.
We have several cars in a line for the next traffic light, or perhaps looks like we have an emergency vehicle ahead. Do you see the emergency vehicle with lights flashing? Okay,
Sure do. Coming into an intersection, vehicle to my right turning, light was changing, speed is still 35. Kind of a business area, I think, waiting for the light to change. Traffic ahead is beginning to break up a little. Some of them are moving to the right lane for turns.
And how about the driver directly in front of us?
He's getting ready to make a right lane change, I think. He's had his signal on a couple times. I'm not sure.
At the last traffic light, he was looking down, and his license plate is not an Ohio license plate. So
Yes.
what does that tell
I
us?
saw that Florida tags, I believe, or Georgia. I think he might be lost. He might have been looking at a map or trying to decide where he wanted to make his turn.
Very good. So how do you defend yourself against someone who's unsure of where they're going when they're ahead of you?
More following distance.
Very good. And what do you know about these traffic lights, the one we just passed under and the one that we're looking at now?
They're stale. They've been green a long time.
Okay. So what does that tell you?
They could have changed, or I was ready for a change.
Okay, when we get to the traffic light, we're going to be turning right. Soon after that, we're going to enter a neighborhood. And just as we've done in other locations that we've gone to, you've already mastered the turns. What we're going to start talking about are those items that create risk for you. And I'll start out pointing those out to you, but by the end of the day, I would like you to be able to point out the risks involved in the neighborhood to me.
Okay.
So we turn the corner, we pick up the sign that says right lane ends. Very good. So we'll turn right and we'll enter a residential neighborhood. The first thing we're going to do is pick up the speed limit sign, which we should already know is going to say
25.
25 because we're in a residential neighborhood. This road is somewhat narrow, but at least there's a place for the cars to park off the street. Those cars do create some blind spots for you. There could be pedestrians. So I'm going to ask you as you're passing by cars to do ground viewing, which is looking under the cars for basically feet that would be on the other side.
Okay.
As you're coming through here, you should be scanning doorway to doorway. We are going to expand our vision. That's one of the reasons that the speed limit is lower, to give you the opportunity to have a wider view, because that's where your problems will come from. At this next intersection, if you'll please turn left. As we turn the corner, you'll notice we have a very narrow road with a curve in it, and the curve creates a bit of a blind spot, so we reduce our speed as we come around. And again, another turn, almost 90 degrees, totally blind to your left. Again, thinking house front to house front, that's your field of vision. At the stop sign, we'll turn right. We'll turn the corner and you tell me what you see ahead.
See, it's parked vehicle. Looks like it's parked legally. Move out away from him, so in case someone does exit. And I have a yield sign.
We'll turn left at the yield.
Okay. So I'm going to approach as though it were a stop, watch for traffic, and make my turn. As I enter the street, I've got some vehicles parked on the left. I see vehicles parked on either side ahead, so I'm going to try to center myself as much as I can to establish a good space between me and the other cars.
And you're scanning from where to where?
Scanning from door frame to door frame.
Good. At the intersection ahead, we'll turn left.
Okay.
What will we have to do before we make our turn?
Stop, check left, check right, and straight across, because there are trucks in a lot across from me that could possibly pull out. So I see vehicles coming both ways, so I check left, right, and then left again, and proceed to pull out, and it's clear.
Very good.
I tried to square my turn, like you told me.
And we'll turn left at the next intersection.
Okay.
As we come around the curve, what do you see?
Okay, I see on the road indication of a railroad crossing. It's an unguarded crossing, because we learned about that in class. There's no lights or bells or anything but a sign. So I'll stop and check both ways. Everything looks clear. So I'll proceed across the tracks.
Very good.
Hi, I'm Steve Bellius, Region 7 Field Staff.
And I'm John Sawyer, Region 6 Field Staff.
We sincerely hope that this video will help training managers to make running commentary an integral part of their training of new and seasoned instructors.
As we have had the opportunity to observe instruction around the state, it has come to our attention that many instructors are still lacking in the knowledge of what help running commentary can be to their students, or they're not using it in its intended pattern.
If you still have questions regarding the use of running commentary, contact your regional field staff person for information.
We stand ready to provide this help to make sure all Ohio youth are getting the best professional instruction possible. Thank you for your kind attention.